All right, what's up? Stream number three. Um, just finished writing. Basically, I got a good tweet, so I figured out something that people like. But then people also really like looking at the of why something happened. So like an analysis of something that was awesome, which is kind of like Harry's marketing examples. Like all of those are from like these great like big successes, right? So for me, this was a big success. So I just finished writing this on Indie Hackers, and put it together. I'll go through and kind of talk how I'm doing it. You can see I gave myself a new avatar a little like 3 or 4 weeks ago. One, it just made me feel fresh, and I wanted to just feel like I'm a new person online, and I'm hitting it in a different way than I was before. But I made it that certain color. I just stole it from Tailwind. Literally, Tailwind CSS is like background colors. You can just search background colors here, and then it'll show you all of them. So like background color, and then here it is. And I just grabbed the one that's teal. And so I made it that way so that whenever anybody sees that color, the hope becomes that they associate that color with me. So you notice in these posts that I'm posting, in the tweets that I tweet, they're all on this like this color background, right? And the goal would be like if someone shares this, they're gonna and someone knows who I am. The hope is that then they know that this is a Ryland King image, or this is related to Ryland King in some way. I went through here and I basically told the story of how I told the story and how it all worked out. So it was fun to put together. It was way harder to put together than I thought. You can see also like one of the things I'm trying to do here is I try to really have a very few lines that are like over one line long. But you don't want to just have a bunch of like 4-word sentences. You want to have like start with like a quick 4, 5, 6-word sentence, then have something longer, go into a list or show like a meaningful photo, and then the goal I thought there is like it hooks people in. Once it comes through, you can see like small, longer, longest, and then boop, here's a tiny one. If you don't know about Backlinko, this is an amazing site by Brian Dean. He talks about how to write for SEO a lot, and one of the things that I've read or learned from him is this thing called bucket brigades. And he calls them like, it's like, I don't even know why they're called bucket brigades, but they're like these quick little comments, like one-liners, like this one, or like, so dot dot dot, and it's just meant to like kind of keep the person reading and engaged. Like, yeah, let's be real. You know what I mean? It doesn't happen every time. I put those in here in a few places, like this. Here's exactly what I said, to kind of get people to just keep going. And I don't want to I'm trying to have like less than 5 separate lines altogether. What else? One of the things that I noticed was I was putting this together and I had a bunch of I had like 3, right? So it was like this one featuring this tweet, this one featuring this tweet, this one featuring this tweet. And I had like 3 images and I was like, what am I doing? So I had to go back, take all these out of the trash, re-put them together, put it in here. Some of this stuff on the side, I think I'm going to get better and better at incorporating it. So like, yeah, basically having the writing better fit from like flow from here into the tweet and out of or into the image and out of the image. But right now I'm not doing the best. And some of these, like I said, following, and I know I said following, but man, it's Friday at 5:15 and I'm trying to kick it with some friends. So I can only do so much. And I think my hope is that it gets the point across, and I'm just trying to get something done each day, even if it's not perfect. So try to get done is better than perfect. What else is in here that kind of is interesting? Other things that I thought about today. Let me see if I can zoom in here. I was thinking about how this thing, this right here, could potentially I'm trying to figure out why people like that tweet thread. The reason I think they like the thread was one, it told this. I wrote just about that, but one, it told the story. 2, it gave them all these resources on how to become a self-taught developer. Like it listed out the top tutorials that I took. So my thought, or what I'm thinking about doing, is 1, I'm going to start to share how I built certain projects and like the tutorials I used. I'm not going to go in and like talk through how the code works and all that stuff. I'm just kind of going to put together like a basic outline and gist of the different tutorials that I use, so that if someone else wants to do it, they can go through the whole learning process themselves, and they can kind of tweak some idea that I've made into their own. So like that's everything I've basically ever done. Like Here Now Body was pulled from marketing examples. You can see marketing examples, Here Now Body. If you want to look at, so like marketing examples, if this looks exactly like it, I even pinged Harry Dry, who runs marketing examples, beforehand to tell him that I'm doing this thing for my fiance. It's total copy. I'm sorry, but I'm going to do it anyways. He was totally cool with it. He actually loved it. And then like remotedevjobs.tech is based on Twitter and Slack, and you'll probably be able to see this once we get in here. So like you can see Slack setup, right? And then this is like a lot of the like this down here is kind of pulled from remotive.io, and these company profiles are pulled from key values, and I'm just trying to weave things together. So I'm just copying people in interweaving their different pieces of the puzzle to kind of come up with my own ideas. So my thought there is like, is there a product down the road? And I think I'm going to find out if there is or isn't, because I'm going to go back in and try to put a similar thread around like how I built this for Here Now Body, Remote Dev Jobs, and Surf Tripolis, and maybe some other projects if I want to. And then from there, if I start to see similar interest, I might make some type of product that has like organized tutorials under certain things that people might want to create. So like you want to create a jobs board, these tutorials, e-commerce site, these good tutorials. I even had someone ask me like, what should I do for e-commerce? What I thought could be even cooler is if I do it by site name. So like by Nomad, like you want to make a thing like Nomad List, here's the tutorials. You want to make a thing like marketing examples, here's the tutorials to use, and here's how to piece it together. So we'll see where this goes, but either way, I'm really happy that I got this first little success in the books, and I was going to try to hold this to 5 minutes. I know I'm a little bit longer, but hopefully that was a quick, fast 5 minutes with a bunch of value. And I might see this weekend, but more likely than not, I'm going to go out and have a ton of fun. So have a good weekend. I'll talk to you then on Monday.